accepting the longest proof of work chain as proof of what happened while they were gone. A purely peer-to-peer version of electronic cash would allow online payments to be sent directly from one party to another without going to a financial institution. Digital signatures provide part of the solution, but the main benefits are lost if a trusted third party is still required to prevent double spending. We propose a solution to the double spending problem using a peer-to-peer network. The network timestamps transactions by hashing them into an ongoing chain of hash-based proof of work, forming a record that cannot be changed without redoing the proof of work. The longest chain not only serves proof, the sequence of events witnessed, but proof that it came from the largest pool of CPU power. As long as a majority of CPU power is controlled by nodes that are not cooperating to attack the network, they'll generate the longest chain and outpace attackers. The network itself requires minimal structure. Messages are broadcast on a best effort basis, and nodes can leave and rejoin the network at will. Accepting the longest proof of work chain as proof of what happened while they were gone.
Welcome to Transcend Money community. Today we're going to do the video in English and we are going to analyze what's going on with the geopolitical tensions in Bitcoin and which are the target prices. We have here the new landing page from Transcend Money, soon coming soon. You can see it right now, Transcend traders.transcend.money. But let's go directly to the prices, because yesterday we were talking about this big drop, and I'm going to talk about my long, and let's see how is the liquidity right now, because in few hours, like 23 hours, we have Powell talking, and we can have even more volatility. This is going to be insane. So let's analyze what happened in the last 24 hours, because yesterday we were talking about this big drop because we had a lot of liquidity in 2 points before, in $102,000, $100,000, and this $97,830 that we still having a lot of liquidity in this point. We lost the liquidity in this price, 95,000, but there are a lot of liquidity coming to all the 90,000s, even 91. Still, you can see it's not yellow, so it's low liquidity, but still is coming compared with 24 hours ago that we almost didn't have liquidity. So right now for me the entry point still the same, 97,800, and we have to keep an eye in the next hours depending how Iran responds to US, and now also Russia seems like is gonna participate in these geopolitical tensions. Then we have this area that is start to get some liquidity, 104, and this can be the resistance coming 104 or now loading the 105, obviously, but still the 104 has more than the 105. And then on the top, we have the 109, 110, and the 115 with more than 200, 300 Bitcoins. For that reason, I think these are the key points. Let's see from the predictions from yesterday what we have, because it was super interesting that we saw how the liquidity increased before the US bombing the nuclear facilities of Iran. And yesterday we were in this area and we saw all this liquidity around the 100K and the 97,800. So we broke the 100,000 and almost touched that target, but we didn't touch it, 98,115.4. So let's see now the 104 or 105 if it's going to be a resistance and it's going to push the price down. Okay, let me know if the audio is good, everything is working, fantastic. So what about today? So today is pretty clear also where we have the supports and resistance, right? So first of all, what we can see in the chart from before is that the fear is increasing slowly in the 90s, from 91, 92, 93, 95, 97,800. So we have to follow very closely because we can have a great opportunity to buy Bitcoin for lower prices. And so for me, the interesting prices right now are going to be 104 and 105. These are the two that I'm going to pay close attention. And the third one with less liquidity, 103. So we can see that we have resistance already. And I'm going to talk about which are my new longs for this potential correction, right? So we're talking about 104.53 is like 2, 3, and 1% from the current price. So pretty close to where we are right now. And then in the bottom, look at this. So the hot prices right now is 92,500, 98, and 95. These are the hot prices. But as you saw before, in the long-term order book, the highest liquidity is in 97,830, right? And then we have these prices that we are seeing that are hot, meaning that they are loading. There are traders now that they are adding or taking out liquidity from these prices. So for that reason, I'm going to keep these prices that are very close to the one we saw that was 97,800. So I'm going to place these three, 92.5, 98, 95. So here is the key. The 98 is just 3.8% drop. 95, 6.7% drop. And 92.5 is 9.2% drop. Okay, so now let's go to the chart and talk about the risk reward, right? Because in my previous trade, I entered too early in this point at, in fact, it was not 101,540, it was 102 and $100,000, but my stop loss was too tight at 99,441.6, and we dropped up to 98,125.3 in Bitunix. You know that my two favorite exchanges are Bitunix and Mexc. You have down below the links if you want to open an account. So, and now we have this bounce of about, let's say, 4%, right? Great, fantastic. I already have 97,111 and 95,111 to enter in average. And also I have a tight, again, stop loss. So maybe this I'm gonna reconfigure. But the point here is like, we don't know exactly which is gonna be the price the market makers are gonna bring down the price of Bitcoin, because in fact this drop was not mainly done by the market makers. A lot of small retail, they were selling. So as you can see, we have even in this chart, you can see a lot of green circles, and the green circles means big buys, big trades. So we didn't have a big sell in this drop. So was a lot of retail scared about the war, right? Because the smart money, the ETF, and everyone is buying Bitcoin, right, in this drop. So the point now is like, if from this point where because yesterday we were talking about also to buy a spot, right, to sell a little bit of the spot we already bought. It's not a lot. The bounce is something like 4%. It depends of the token, but we have to check that because still the fear in the market. I don't know if we have some real-time news now coming from Twitter, because Russia seems like maybe it's gonna join the war. Seems not. Okay, so we well, now there are tensions, or maybe solutions in Iran if the powers change, right? So we'll see that in the following hours with the decision from the leaders of Iran, right? Because now it's pretty serious. How is the next reaction from Iran can be critical, right? So with that said, if the tensions in Iran are fixed, we can have a big pump to the 110, right? Big, how the big is not so big, but it's about, we were saying before, like 6% or something like that, no? Let me check here. Here we go. So it's about, from here, we have 110. I'm going very fast up. 8.74 and 115, 13.67. We have RSI 1 hour neutral, 4 hour a little bit oversold, daily oversold. Not hard oversold, but still oversold. So the price of Bitcoin right now still have a move, can go still a little bit higher, but soon the 1 hour RSI is gonna be overbought. So let's see the next reaction. For me, my entry points, as I told you, I have this 97, 111, and 95. So these are gonna be my entry points for today or not. Let me check, because I think, let me see how is the last update. Because the 97,800 seems it's gonna be strong, because there is a lot of liquidity, but also implies that is high probable that the price is gonna retest that price. For the reason we have opened a little bit the market in the bottom with 3 entries in grid. So 97,111 seems to me that is okay, and then we have the 95 is the second one, and 92. So this is here where I have to decide my risk, because I can enter in 95, but then maybe I'm gonna miss this 97,111. But if the news are very bad, I can bring down all together, right? So RSI 1 hour neutral, we say, and for neutral daily is almost overbought. So 4% down, I think we are okay. Can be, yes, and 5 in total. I can move 7%. Because normally, as you see here we had the 97,700, and this one handled very strongly the price, and so right now we still have that one, 97,800. So I'm in 97,11. So I'm gonna keep it like this. I'm gonna keep it like this just in case we have a spike. I'm gonna keep it like this, and then we have the 95 in this region that right now we don't have a lot of liquidity, but I'm gonna go for that. So that's gonna be my position. I think we're gonna be okay with this position. Let me know in the comments down below if you think it's a good entry point, 97111, or you will go just for 95. Right now I'm gonna place these two entries, and the average price is gonna be something like this, more or less, and then I'm gonna be like 2% stop loss. So that's my position. So then I'm gonna modify this, I'm gonna bring this here, and then I'm gonna go for the long here. And so where I should place the I think I'm gonna place here. It's gonna be weird because it's in the middle, but I think I'm gonna put it in the middle because this is gonna be my real one, right? Stop loss here and take profit. I think in this case we can expect to go back 110 at least. There we go. If not 115, but I'm gonna keep it like this. That will be 15% up. Is too close to the, can be the bottom, cannot be. I think we are going to retest again. What do you think? What do you think? It's such a different thing to do it in English or Spanish, because obviously the English channel is less subscribers and there is less people, but I think it's gonna be some people from the Spanish channel. And then tomorrow we'll talk about the new website that we are preparing. So still it's not working, it's coming soon, but hopefully this week or last week, because we are testing now the auth system. So the music is working, the light is working, also we can place in Spanish and also in Chinese, so 80% of the world can use this website. And hopefully soon it's gonna be ready and you can start to earn the tokens by trading volume with Mexc or Bitunix, right? So thank you very much to everyone. Have a very good luck with your positions. Health, wealth, and love, and see you in the next one.